And now with me is Ron Aiello of the Motor Vehicle Department. Now, when you think of the Motor Vehicle Department, what immediately comes to mind? The dreaded inspection lanes? Well, perhaps bureaucratic tape, snafus, mass confusion. Well, Ron Aiello, the acting supervisor, wants to change all this. He's the acting supervisor for the inspection lanes, and he's in charge of a new public relations program which will hopefully alleviate some of this mass confusion which exists at the Motor Vehicle Department. Here to tell us about it is Ron Aiello. Ron, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Ron, what is this public relations program that you've established?
It's a program that we've established at Motor Vehicle in Newcastle Lanes itself through the authority of Robert Boschel, who was director of Motor Vehicle.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Just to try and change the image of the Motor Vehicle Department.
And what are its details and concept?
Well, the concept is to form the program, just to let us help people, letting them know that we are available. The key people that are available at Newcastle Lane are the manager, Mr. Nutter, myself, and Ms. Holmes, that we will answer any questions dealing with any problems dealing with the Motor Vehicle Division.
Now, do you hope to change the department's image with this program?
Yes, we do. We would like to let people know that we want them to come in and go out of there satisfied, at least with an answer to any question they may have or any problem.
That's very encouraging. You know, I know when I've gone down there, it just seems as if you never know where to get your answers, and I think this will help us to alleviate some of those problems. You know, is this a complaint bureau, though, or was this an information bureau? What would you say?
It's actually both. It would deal with any problem that any person would feel that deals with, whether it's titles or anything, licensing, anything at all, that we will get back to them either directly or by phone or even by letter, but they will get an answer. There's no more passing the buck.
Now, you mentioned typical problems of title and licensing. I would think another problem would be in proof of insurance problems. Do you get that one often? That's
basically, I'd say, 75% of our problem, because you are required to show proof of identification of insurance with new registration. And what's happening is a lot of the insurance cards are not updated. You must have an updated card corresponding with the registration, and it does create a hassle for us because we become the enforcement, so-called people for the insurance companies.
Now, a little while ago, there was some media print about a lot of people not having insurance. Have there been any procedures instituted to cut down on the high rate of people that are uninsured in this state?
Yes, this is the whole purpose of the checking the insurance IDs. Robert Voschel, the director, has sent letters to the insurance commissioner, Mr. Elliott, and we are going to update it and carry it out even further. So it should help alleviate some of the problems and make sure that people out there are insured.
What about out-of-state titles? Is that a problem that comes up?
Yes, it is, because state of Delaware does not have a tax per se. We have a document fee. And although you do buy a car out of state, you also, when you bring that car into the state of Delaware, you must have insurance on that car. And a lot of people fail to realize that that particular car and that serial number must match. That is the main thing. It has to be, that car has to be insured. I
imagine you would also have complaints about what type of equipment has to be on a car when you come through the inspection lanes. Does that crop up?
It does, somewhat, but it's basically standard because they've upgraded the cars so terrifically since '68 on up that most of it is standard equipment. So there's really not that much problem as far as equipment on the car. Most of it is standard.
I imagine some of the cars that were built some years ago would probably not fall under your requirements.
One in particular I can give you, like 1968 and above are required on a left-hand outside mirror. 68 and below are not required.
Oh, I see.
Small things that may seem unimportant to us who work there every day and deal with it every day, but the whole purpose of the program is, regardless of how minute the question may be, please feel free to call. Like I say again, just to repeat myself, would be Mr. Nutter, who is the manager, myself, and Ms. Holmes, who have formed this complaint and information department at the Newcastle Motor Vehicle Lane.
Well, we're talking about it. What is the number?
Number is 561-2680.
Is it 571?
I'm sorry, yeah, 571-2680.
Okay, that's 571-2680. Yes. And feel free to complain. Let them know what's bugging you.
Please do.
Okay, they're asking for it. Now, if this is successful, do you think this will be implemented elsewhere, this program?
Yes, we do. We're going to try and kick it off. Like I say, we're kicking it off strictly at Newcastle Lane. And if it does take off and the public does respond well, which I'm hoping for, this is going to go statewide with all the motor vehicle divisions.
Now, the motor vehicle department is necessary for all of us. It's
Yes.
one of the things in life we just can't avoid. I think that this program should make life a lot easier for a lot of drivers throughout the state.
Yeah, we hope so. Like I say, because a lot of times you go in there and you don't know the correct people to talk to, or someone will say, well, we'll get back to you, and it never seems like the person will get back to you. We're guaranteeing out of one of the three of us, you will get an answer. Whether it's, like I say again, a phone call back to you, letter form, or satisfy the question or the matter right on the spot.
571-2680. Okay.